All right, so we are live
Still can't hear you,
here.
Brian.
Still can't hear Brian, but we are live. While Brian's sorting out his audio, just do a little brief introduction. Welcome back to the Collaborate and Pull Together podcast. Today we have a returning guest, Steve Fernandez, a New York State Tristate co-founder, amazing dude here. And joining us, we have some of the members of Through the Fingers podcast out of Alberta, Canada. Nice. We got some big things going on over there. Connecting the world, one piece at a time. Oh, there we go.
I think I hear you, Brian. I think you're good.
There we go.
Nice.
There's that voice.
Pleasure to meet you, Brian. What's going on, bud? You too, Zach. What's going on, bud?
Not much, man.
Chilling. So
I had to figure it out. I had to go in the settings on the program. Yeah.
I couldn't even do that from my phone because I had the same problem. So I feel you.
Yeah. The Zoom just auto reads whatever I got plugged in. So I haven't used this yet before, so I get it now.
So, Steve, we'll start off with you. Introduce yourself. What you got going on? What brings you into this world of arm wrestling? How have you become, this arm wrestling fanatic?
Well, it all started months back, and it was really just an idea to see if we can get a couple tournaments going, which they were very successful. And not only just tournaments, but super matches too that we have coming up now on July 27th. There's going to be great super matches all through the whole night, man. It's going to be about 10 super matches. A lot of the Long Island guys too. Doble's going to be there. Man, I can name off a list. Chuck Bardo, Goki. I mean, there's going to be so many guys there. They're going to be pulling. So it's going to be great, man. But yeah, it's been a dream, man, since we've done everything. First battle of the Tri-State. We didn't have enough room. We were expecting maybe 50, 60, maybe, 65 guys. Ended up being about 120, 130 people were there. So it was a very successful event. Second event was the New York Arm Wars. I got a bigger place, filled it up. It was beautiful. Had sponsors there, had accessories, shirts, hoodies, free food at every single one of our events. Same thing. If you guys show up at our Supermatch, there'll be free food there too for you guys. But yeah, man, we're trying to blow up the sport in big ways, man. I mean, with accessories, with super matches, with tournaments. We're throwing tournaments, I want to say probably every other month. So 1 month off, 1 month on, 1 month off. So we're doing about 6 to 7 tournaments a year. Not only that, but also, sponsoring and promoting other, venues and tournaments and barbecues like yourselves that we just did, that beautiful poster that's in the background that we,
right there.
A gift from me to you, you know what I mean? And then that was a phenomenal day, great turnout, phenomenal pullers from Puerto Rico came, from all over the country, were there. So that really shows how much, people really, care about the sport and about you and what you're doing with it too, so but also
dude, that event came off like a I'd say like a NASCAR race. You guys came together, everyone that came together in the pit like a pit crew.
Yeah,
changing out tires, helping me out, keeping me on task. It was awesome, man.
Telling you to go take a shower.
Telling me to go take a shower. Yeah, dude.
You were crazy busy, man. You were all over the place, literally. I was looking at it. We're about to pull. We're about to do everything all set up. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He goes, what do you mean? I was like, go shower. Go get ready. You're like, all right. Dude, you were everywhere, man. You're setting the tents up, with the barbecue, the bouncy house, posters, flyers, everybody getting ready, watching, King of the Table at the same time. It's a lot, man. It was a lot. It was great. And the food was phenomenal. Absolutely. Everything was
phenomenal. It was a lot of fun. I look forward to the next one.
Absolutely.
So, all right, Brian.
Hey, buddy.
Since you've been the point of contact, I got your link right up here to show about the Through the Fingers podcast. Tell me. Tell us all.
We started it a few months ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us all about it.
Well, basically, I'll speak a little bit and I'll let them fill in if I miss anything. But just basically want to grow a platform to hopefully promote our pullers in Alberta. We got a lot of talent out here, and it's really important to us to try to give them a platform, and hopefully once we build it, we can start really highlighting the talent that we have here in Alberta. I mean, I think that's the main point of our podcast. Plus, we like talking shit. That's good too, right? But,
I seen you, dude, all the way down at the bottom. I'm sorry, what's your name? I could barely read it.
Dakota's my name, man. You guys can hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly, man. I seen you at the MAC tournament, man. You were a fucking beast up against Wilds, man. So
thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, you were an absolute monster, man. Did a great job. You know, I'd love to have you at one of our tournaments or one of our super matches one day, man. You did a great job.
Oh yeah, just let me know, man. Anytime. I'm down to pull. No, it was good. Actually, that was a really technical match on the new table and everything. I just made a video talking about it, like an in-depth one. I'll get you guys the link for that eventually. But yeah, to kind of jump on what Brian was saying, like our platform is just something that we don't really see in Alberta very much. We don't see many people talking about arm wrestling publicly. Like we see it a lot behind the scenes or like in the Alberta arm wrestling and stuff. But very rarely do we see people getting a public opinion or an opinion that's seen by people outside of Alberta. So our goal with that is to give people that kind of spotlight. But at the same time, it's great for us to grow our name and ourselves. And that's why we jump on shows like this, get to meet you guys. We try and get all these awesome guests as well. Like we've had Auden Lorette, James English, Cody Merritt, or a few names to say everything. When Paul Italia and Nunya were pulling, that match was hype. We got them on there. Basically, if you're willing to come on, we're willing to have you kind of thing. And so that's just really like, feel free to reach out to me, Brian or Zach. And we would love to have people on and get to hear your story. We had a guy named Perry Broom. He's like a legendary Canadian puller, but he's never been on a podcast. No one's ever really talked to him or anything. Just people like that too, that have interesting stories that people don't always get to hear. So basically, we're just doing it for fun. But at the end of the day, we also have some interesting stuff on the side. So
nice, man. Nice.
for sure.
So I heard about this this tournament or super match series you guys are running, Montana versus Alberta.
Yeah. It's gonna be good, man.
You got like 20 some odd matches or something like that?
23 confirmed, I believe.
Holy guacamole.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
That's a big undertaking. Wow.
I know. We get 23, Albertans and 23 Montanans. That's going to be pretty crazy. But we're like brother. Like our province is like Montana. Like we're very similar in a sense. Like we got the same weather, same. We're in the Rockies. I mean, we're only 4 hours away. We should be pulling, and we should be pulling lots. Right?
I agree.
So yeah, there should be a rivalry.
Close in proximity, man.
Yeah, I mean, how can we be so close and there's no rivalry? Like, it doesn't make no sense, right? So it's friendly. It's very friendly, but it's good to have one. So it could be a start of something good. So.
You have a super match, Dakota, in your series? Are you pulling in your series?
Yeah, I'm pulling a guy named Dalton.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Left or right?
Right-handed.
Nice.
So I do pull left-handed, but a while ago I had like some issues with my rear delt with a tendon, and I know from previous sport experience that it takes time to heal that kind of stuff. And so I'll just kind of after pull or I'll grip up with people, but when I feel it got a lot of pain, I kind of let it go. I did pull at the MAC event left-handed in the tournament. Just to
I remember.
It felt pretty good, but you'll see in my matches, like if I get into some positions, I just let off with it. I was fortunate enough to just get to jump into that tournament, so I wasn't really going to win it or anything, but it was more a feeler to see how everything was doing. And overall, it felt good. So I'm thinking hopefully in like a month or two, I can start looking at some left arm matches, but I've been rehabbing it for quite a while, and just it was nothing severe, but it was enough for me to, like, I'm young enough that I might as well let it heal and not make it something bigger than it needs to be.
What are you weighing in?
I can weigh in. I fluctuate pretty well. Like right now, if I were to jump on a scale, I'm probably like 205.
Oh, you know what? I would like to get you a match up against. We'll see. I'm not sure. Maybe Tim Lewis. I don't know if you know Tim Lewis.
Yeah, I know Tim Lewis. So I pulled Tim Lewis lefty in the tournament. His left is good.
Yeah.
But
I
think I
I
take
was
him
gonna say.
I think I take him right-handed.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd like to see a right hand match with you and him to see what it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, that'd be good.
That'll be a good match, definitely.
Yeah.
After seeing what you've done with against some of the other guys right-handed, I think that would be a good one.
I seen Dakota after pull pretty much fucking everybody, to tell you the truth. I seen you after pull with Ian Carnegie. I seen you after pull with Larry. I seen you pull with I mean everybody. There wasn't like a person that I didn't really see after pull with. So, and on top of that, you know, you went up against Matt Wilds. Matt Wilds is no fucking joke, man. That kid is strong. Man. He can. That fucker can hold you for days, man. He's his strength on his bicep is unreal, man. It's that kid is really upcoming. He's gonna be trouble in a few years, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he's very good, very good.
Yeah.
So when I'm super competitive pulling, I'll try and I'll make that 198 category. I made 190 like 6 months ago.
Nice.
But my next big match is in August at that Montana series, and there's a 220 weight cap. And I'm pretty sure that my opponent is going to be coming in like 220. So I'm gonna try to be 210 if I can. Yeah.
Just don't be the sluggish 210. You know what I mean? It's sometimes the weight makes the difference, sometimes it doesn't, because you go in there depending on if you're going to keep that speed and that strength, you know what I mean? It's the same thing when you're fluctuating, you go down in weight. Are you going to really keep that speed and that strength, you know? So it's like it's a back and forth battle, you know? It always is.
Make sure it's a clean bulk. A clean bulk is important.
Like we were talking with Paul Lynn. I was just going to say that. We were just talking about with Paul Lynn. And I almost put myself in a position. I normally weigh around like 165, and I was comfortable going into these last two tournaments. I only had to weigh a little bit, you know, less than I usually weigh. But when I have to go down to like 153, it fucking kicks my ass, man. 153, if I only have a few weeks to do it instead of having a couple of months to do it healthy wise and get down there and be a solid, you know, 153. So it's just, it always depends, my man. It really depends, you know. What do you fluctuate from 190 to what? 210 around there?
Yeah, like I got a pretty big range. The big thing for me is I have been doing like distance running since I was very little.
Nice.
And so I run every day. And so for me right now, it's like if I want to get a little heavier, I will just run every second day and I'll gain a little bit of weight slowly.
Nice.
I try and do anywhere from 1 to 3 miles on the day, depending on how I'm feeling, just in the morning.
Nice.
So I just kind of cut down my run. When I'm cutting, I just run in a sauna suit, and when I'm not cutting, I just don't run. So it's kind of basic for me, really.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You lose a lot of water weight then.
Oh yeah. And then I like have a steam room as well, and so I like to just sit in the steam room.
Are you kidding me?
I like it. Like personally for me, like
no, I'm not saying anything wrong with it. I got a jacuzzi. Believe me, I like to sweat my ass off. I get you 100%. So I'm not, I'm not saying that.
It's a perfect way to do it too.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So I agree with you 100%.
So real quick before we continue, I just wanted to shout out a couple people in the chat. We got Tall Paul Hutchins Jr. We got Sylvester Stallone.
Oh man, Sylvester's my boy, you guys.
Powerhouse Arm Wrestling, Victoria Street.
Yeah, Victoria.
So we got a couple people saying hi. What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in the chat. So we got someone actually a comment because we haven't heard from him yet. I want to see Zach on the table, and as a lighter guy myself, I would love to see Zach on the table.
What do you weigh, Zach?
Dude, I'm scrawny right now.
What are you weighing in?
I'm weighing like 146, 147.
Oh, okay. Too light.
Strong at that weight, though.
What, sorry?
What do you usually bulk up to? Is that your natural 147? Do you go up to 155, 160, or usually?
I can get up there if I want to, but I don't really see a power difference at all. So I just stay where my body wants to sit usually.
Nice, good for you.
I'll still pull up to 80 kg.
Oh no shit!
Wow,
he feels like a 180 guy. Believe me.
No shit, huh?
Yeah, maybe even a 200 at times. Yeah,
more competition as well.
Good for you, my man. Left and right?
Yeah, my left's kind of is getting there. My right's a lot better.
Nice.
But I'll pull either one.
He's undefeated in all my events. Every time he's had a super match, I haven't seen him lose yet.
Good for you, man.
Awesome.
How long have you been pulling for?
About 2.5 years.
Nice.
Okay.
Are you pulling still AMs? Are you pulling pros? What are you pulling?
I'm pulling pros now.
Good for you.
He's got 2 super matches in Montana.
Nice.
2.
Yeah, right and left, different guy. Yeah.
Nice. It's a lot of energy right there.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of energy. Trust me. I did an impromptu 2 super matches at the barbecue, and I was drained afterwards.
Oh, dude. Yeah, if you're not
You're
ready.
also going up against thicker guys, though, too, Dan. I mean, you like that shit. You always like to go.
Yeah, I live for it.
Seriously. Even Ray was weighing in almost 200 pounds. You know what I mean? And what are you weighing at the? You were weighing maybe 170. How much were you weighing in?
Yeah, 170.
That's what
You
I'm
were
saying.
looking good this past weekend.
Say again.
What's up?
At that Keystone, I watched that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was great.
I didn't get to
I
go
was
to
there.
that and compete.
I was there. Got that shirt. Oh man, it was nice. It was awesome.
Oh, was it last year?
It
must have been the last one. I watched one with you in it. Is that an old Keystone that I was watching?
Yeah, it must
Probably
have been
an old one
from him.
Yeah.
That's when you had your shaved head. That's when you had your shaved head, right? Yeah. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, it was great, man. Keystone was great. It was a nice open tent. Look, if I would have known it was outside and everybody's bringing their tents and chairs, I would have brought up my fucking tent, chair, fucking barbecue. I would have brought everything. And I would have. Dan, you saw who showed up at your house. You know that I would have showed up at the fucking Keystone like that. You know that.
But I told you to do that.
I didn't know. I thought it was going to be like in an inside and to give you a couple chairs, to sit down or whatever. Everything was like tents all over the place, shirts and drinks and food, people. There's tables to pull everywhere. RVs was parked out there. It was awesome, man. I thought it was great. Next time, I might bring 2 fucking tents and 2 tables and 2 to set it up like our own thing. You know what I mean? And put, oh, dude, I'm doing it up next year. Are you kidding me? I'm bringing.
You'll be more prepared.
And like we're moving there for a day, and then we're moving out. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't know if you gentlemen from Canada have ever heard about the Keystones. It's like this. They get like a big carnival style tent, and then there's a whole bunch of pop-up tents surrounding it, and then they have their cars and RVs surrounding that with a food truck, a grill, and it's like just a big old. It looks like from the outside looking in like a big old party. And which it is. It's a big old arm wrestling party.
That's exactly what it is. A big old pulling party. That's exactly what it is, man.
That sounds so fun.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have our passports soon. We'll have to start coming to those.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. And they got some serious pullers there, man. And then obviously this year, it's a permanent. They have a certification from anybody that wins there at Keystone gets from the senator. You get a certification and a plaque and everything, a piece of paper that says you're the national state champion of that weight class for Pennsylvania. So it's pretty sick, man, what they did. They brought it up to a different level to where when you come back or they look up your stats in Pennsylvania, you are in a book that says at that stat, at that year, you were the winner at Keystones in Pennsylvania.
Is it closed off or can outsiders participate?
Oh, outsiders come.
Anybody can participate. Everyone and anyone. That's what I love about it is that you can come in anywhere from anywhere and be like, are you from Canada, Argentina, Nebraska, Alabama, wherever, and it's full on, man. It's sick. Awesome. Sick.
Yeah. That's the greatest thing about it is all are welcome, and the more the better, because not for nothing. I'll say my personal experience, while the pro classes may not be the deepest of classes, the talent is the deepest that I've experienced in almost any tournament in the Northeast. And so in the highest level, highest caliber of pullers, some of these guys are, national or world champs that compete at this. So
absolutely.
That's you want to test yourself, that's a tournament to do it at.
That's where you're posting up, really. That's where you're posting and you're framing there, and people really like, is he going to really come back next year? Because I'm going to have to step my shit up because the guys there are top-notch pullers, man. They really are. And I don't give a fuck if you're in novice, amateurs, semi-pro, pro. Every single fucking stat is fucking stacked because you guys got some guys that are maybe that shouldn't be pulling in amateurs or novice and probably should be pulling pro. And they're fucking raking everybody. So, and then they're like, I'm novice at, 165, but I'm also pulling amateurs 190. So you're like, come on, bro. Why you just pulled novice, asshole? Come on. What are you doing?
But we kind of kibosh that here. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's hard, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, it is what it is, but you have the best pullers there. And then you have the best guys that are running it too. You know, you got James Reed, Chuck Bardo, you know, and their whole crew there. They're phenomenal, man. They've been in the game
Paul Lynn,
you know what I mean, for I don't even know how long. And Paul Lynn was there, James Reed was there. So everybody was there, reffing, running the show, announcing. I give my hats off to him, man. And they had a seminar before. I got my ref seminar too for WAF now. So I'm going to do for being a down ref, you know. So they did a really good job, man. Hats off to them. You know, I can't say whatever date Keystone is next year, that's taken. You know what I mean?
I got a question. How did they do is it the same as here? Level 1, level 2, level 3, then master? Is that what they do for the reffing?
Yeah. For the reffing, it's a little bit, you know, you got a couple different steps. So, you know, even if I go and I have my certification for being a down ref or anything like that, I would actually have to go to one of their, you know, tournaments. Like if I could have gone to the state at the Keystone and they give you a level, that's if they see that you're a level up or they level you up, you know, to say,
okay,
good job and everything else like that. So
they judge it on your performance?
Absolutely.
Do? Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that until
–
when I was there, and then actually when they were saying that, you know, pretty much.
No, I actually like that better because then you're just doing your job. You're not totally stressed. We have to go in a little room, and we have 2 master refs that I have to ref their match, and they do all kinds of shit, and then they mark me on how I handled the situation, right? But I would almost rather ref the tournament, and then they evaluate me at the end, and then I wouldn't be so nerve wracked. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I like that actually. Yeah.
Real-time experience is always beneficial. It sounds like, you know. I hate reffing. I will never pursue that side of it. I mean, until I sustain maybe an injury. Knock on wood, that never happens.
You don't want to ref. You know what? Once you start reffing, like now I've been reffing for a bit. Now it's expected of me. So now it's really, really hard to actually pull anymore because they need you as a ref.
That's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, and I like reffing too, but at the same time, I'm more of a puller than a ref. So this year has actually been my off year because I've been reffing every event, and I want to pull more than I ref. So, and whenever you ref and you try to pull, it doesn't work right. Like, you know, I've got a few second places in tournaments and stuff reffing, but I never pulled to my full ability. So.
I used to be a manager for the store that I was a general worker for. You know, well, not just a general worker. Sorry. So I'm a licensed massage therapist, and I used to manage the spa. And then occasionally I would have to actually stand in and massage. And there's 2 different mindsets involved in that. And I can only imagine reffing and pulling in the same category in that. So I refuse to divide my mind. If I have a passion for something, I'm sticking to it. I'm back to being a full-time massage therapist. I ain't managing shit no more. I'd just rather just be in the trenches, if you may, at the grind. Because don't get me wrong, that just speaks volumes to what you guys put yourselves through as refs. Because you're one of the most hated person on the freaking planet for the day you're reffing. And B, you got to make sure you're not playing favorites. You know, you got to disconnect from the match from a spectator, and you got to be very arbitrary about it. So, like I'm not capable of doing that type of shit because when I get into the matches and I'm standing there up close and personal, I'm like, oh wait, what are you doing? You know, I want to get involved, but so I appreciate for what you guys do and put yourselves through. Everybody who refs.
Yeah, I did it really mainly for 2 reasons. One, for the tournaments when somebody's like, you know, hey, somebody's calling out for like a down ref. It happened already a couple of times in our tournament, whatever else, and I don't want to have that. You know what I mean? I just want to be able to. I'm usually there, go right there, start down reffing until the other one comes back up after the bathroom, whatever he's doing, and then I can go back to what I'm doing. That's number 1. But number 2, mainly is to learn more in the grip and there and set.
You do.
You know what I mean?
That you do.
Right.
Yeah, you do. Like my setup now and just timing, because I that's what you really learn a lot. Watching. Yeah. You're setting up so many hands, right? And you're feeling and you're seeing what they're doing. You do. Yep. You definitely learn too. Like there's no doubt about it.
Yeah. That's really the main reason, and that's what I was talking to Paul about too. And he was saying, he goes, you're going to learn more. The more you know how to ref, the more you see what's going on, the more you're going to really, learn more on the setup and see what's going to go on. And it's so true because you're going to see, and so many places are all different. Like, I'm sure Dakota, it was a completely different way to feeling of you not even hearing saying ready, go at the MAC tournament, where it was just like, close your hands, and you're like ready to fucking explode on close your fucking hands because you don't even hear the ready. It's close your hands. Oh, you're ready. You're always here. Your mind is already set on ready, exploding on fucking Y on ready. You know what I mean? And so that throws you off too. You know what I mean? So it's all different.
Well, it really threw me off too because the rules said that it was a WAL style, close your thumbs, close your hands, go. But I really felt like it wasn't because there was a lot, like Dave Knox does a pause before close your hands and go. Whereas a WAL style is close your thumbs, close your hands, go. There's not much in between. So you probably saw, like, I got quite a few early starts just because I was expecting that go to come and I did not want to be, but it is what it is. So I know for next time, right?
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying, man. It's just, to be honest with you, look, everything was great. The tables were fine and everything like that. But I rather have that ready, go. You know what I mean? Just so I can have that explosion on Y, because almost nobody really says ready, go. They're almost like
ready, go.
Ready, go. Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're exploding on fucking Y when you're not really waiting, close your hands. I'm almost like timid, like not even there yet when you're saying close my hands. When you're saying on R, that's when I'm kind of like, so it's just, it's different, man. It's a different feeling.
I almost don't like it when they change it up because to me it's like, well, why as a ref, why are you gonna screw around? And like, why not just, if it's ready, go, and guys are starting, who cares? As long as they're not false starting, it should be the same every time. Ready, go, ready, go. I don't see me as a ref saying ready, go, and then next time ready, go. Like, I don't know why I would switch it up. Like to me, that's just me playing games trying to screw the competitors, right?
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't know why some refs do that crap.
No.
Before he leaves, he goes to bed. I just got to announce I would like to see a match. Actually, I think this would be a good one against Dakota versus Dave Shubich. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Dave Shubich. He's an upstate New York guy.
David Shubich is a fucking monster, bro.
He is a monster.
Shubich is a fucking monster.
I think that would be a good match. I think, but he might be out of your weight class. So, Dave, how much?
He is out of his weight class. First of all, David Shubich pulled Wilds, I think, and he already pulled John. John. You name Broner? Yeah. So John that pulled at the MAC tournament. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's leave it exactly. Yeah, I agree with Dave. You know what I mean? I agree with Dave.
All right.
It's on a different weight class. I know Dakota's ridiculously strong. I've seen him pull so many, even with fucking Ian Carnegie. You know what I mean? So, but it's just a different to me from what I've seen. He pulled John. You've seen when he pulled John at Winter Blast. And
that's the guy who pulled John at Winter Blast?
Yeah, David Shubich.
Didn't he get 2 rounds on John right-handed?
No.
He didn't have a pad every single fucking time to John.
Oh, I'm thinking,
really?
Who did John have a super match against?
Why can't I remember?
Super match was John Broner. I know that for a fact.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Brunel, you're talking about John Brunel. Yeah.
Brunel. That's Wild's partner. Not Wild's
He's gonna have to focus on this guy.
I'm thinking of a different John. Sorry.
This
okay.
guy's looking big that goes up against. So.
Yeah,
I got him. You got him all day, brother.
Everyone's just putting me up against beasts lately, dude.
Actually,
that wouldn't be bad. That would be a good match, actually. Dakota versus Bune Horner. That would be a really.
Good match. Would be a good match.
That'd be actually a good match.
That would be excellent. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Who's Bune?
He's a monster, bro. He's a fucking
North Carolina,
monster.
South Carolina.
Yeah, he's good. He was at Winter Blast too, I think, and same thing, man. He's a beast. He's a. I think that'd be a good match though, Dakota. I think actually that'd be a really good match with you, man.
Hell yeah!
You got to look this guy up. Look him up, Dakota.
I'm looking right now.
Yeah, I know you are. That's why you're not looking at
this. Doing his homework. Get his homework in.
Yeah.
We got one of my new recruits in the chat. What's up, Liam. He's one of the newest guys that practices at the pit. He's got a lot of enthusiasm and energy in the sport. Much love.
Yeah, I'm hoping then we have a good showing in Montana and get a bunch of our guys known in the States. Maybe we'll all start traveling some more.
That
I mean,
would
we
be
all
awesome,
got big
man.
matches.
Great.
Yeah, I'm going against the number one guy in Montana.
No shit.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how I got that match, but I got it. No,
Come on, Brian. You're strong. You'll be fine.
Oh yeah, buddy. I'm really strong.
You'll be fine.
So, how long you been pulling, Brian? Did we cover that already?
Competitively, 2 years, August 6th.
Nice.
So yeah, like not, I've been pro. Well, I went pro after 9 months, just because it just
Good
made
for
sense.
you. Good for you for not fucking laying down on those medals and
well, at the same time,
some
competitive,
people
right?
do. They like to stay in that AM class, like to stay in that novice class, and like to collect medals all fucking day long.
No,
dude.
the way I look at it, my I had to give some time because my tendon. It's not my strength. I have strength to bang with the best of them. It's just my tendons, right? So I got to build my tendons. So I went about 9 months, and you know what? Tell you the truth, there was a lot of guys in my classes that should have been pros that were amateurs. So I got second place in every tournament. But I said, why not? So I started, instead of going right into the opens, I went to masters class because I'm older, right? I'm not a young guy. So I went into the masters, and you know what? I'm going against pros that have been pros 20 years, 25 years. So
good for you, my man.
I've been learning so much more pulling in the master class. And our master class is it's the same as the pro class. Like Josh Bellin's in my master class. I don't know if you know Josh Bellin. He pulled at Mac. He lost to Rick Heidelbeck, but super strong dude. Yeah, the big guy.
Yeah, he's a fucking beast, man.
He's a beast. He's a beast. I know. I've had to pull him like 4 times. So
how'd you do?
And he beats me.
But what's your weight class? What's your weight class?
Yeah, it's all supers. It's supers.
Oh, it's all supers. Okay, but he's weighing in a little bit more though, right? He's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, he's like 330, 335.
Yeah, he's
a tall dude too. He's like 6'8" or something like that.
Yeah, he's a monster, man. He was a beast.
Yeah, his lever. You know what? To get on his lever,
is just like a fucking bat.
Yeah, and I like to go outside. So like, if I could crash inside better, I think I could do something. But I go outside, and then he's got 4 or 5 inches on my hand, right?
Right.
It's tough. It's tough.
But close that gap with him. Definitely.
Oh yeah, that's the nice thing, I'll just keep trying to close the gap. But we got some other beasts too, like some guys that actually give him something too, like Darren Matthews. He's a beast. Corey Boca, he only pulls once a year, and he just kicks everyone's ass, right? Like we got super strong guys in the heavyweights here. Like our heavyweights they're all pretty strong. So actually everybody's strong. Like every class, I think Alberta, everyone's going to be surprised when we start coming out, because we had I ran the East versus West qualifier, me and my partner Ronnie, business partner, and we had 4 or 5 people go from the qualifier to Florida, and we got 4 first place medals, and we had 2 runners up, and we had a 3rd place. Like we did really, really good in that qualifier. So
nice.
So,
and that was just a little
Speaking of your business, Brian, wanted to highlight it. We got Armfinity. He's rocking the shirt and the hat, it looks like.
Well, I got the shirt.
So tell us a little bit about it. Tell us a little bit about this Armfinity company you got, with the business you got.
Well, I mean, basically, my business partner, Ronnie, he started it first. I had my own little thing I was doing, and he's really he's just so savvy on the business end of stuff, right? We sell merch. We have a armfinity.com. Thanks for the plug. If you need handles, clothing, any of our merch, tables, we sell arm wrestling tables. We sell everything. Stop by the site, have a look. We got sales on right now, so really cheap. So, but anyway, he started all that, and then I was doing my own thing with events, and he liked what he's seen, and he asked me to be his partner. He just said, "Listen, like you're really good. You're friends with everybody, because I mean, I just love arm wrestling. If you arm wrestle, pretty hard for you not to be my friend." So anyway, you know what I mean? Because I fucking love this.
No, I get it, man. I'm the same way. I literally go through pictures on Facebook. If you're arm wrestling, I'm like,
I'm the same way, buddy. Yeah, same way.
I do the same thing, dude. I can do
If you're going like this, or you got an arm
I see this, or I see you on the table, or you're doing something. I know that you're fucking pulling. I'm going.
Right. Friend request.
I'm the same. Yeah. So so basically, he brought me in, and then we've been able to do some amazing things. So we're starting to do seminars now. We had Matt Mask and Sergey Kalashenko.
Nice.
We did a double seminar with them. So it's kind of easy. Matt's like my coach. I mean, I'm a Red Deer guy, so we all are. We all go to Red Deer and pull. So Matt was an easy one to get. But Sergey, Ronnie got him, and we got big ones coming down the pipe. So we're trying to get Prutnik, and we got not us, actually Twistmasters. Shout out to them. They got Todd Hutchings coming down for a seminar in September. So that's awesome. And so anyway, that's basically what we're about. We're just about putting on events, we're starting we're not calling it a league, but it's a league. This fall, we'll be starting a new ranking system and a full every second month. Every 1 month will be super matches. 1 month will be a tournament. 1 month will be super matches. And then what we're going to do is all the rankings are going to be based on super matches. And if you let's say you're number 7 and you beat the number 3 guy because the guy at number 3 had a war with somebody, we're not going to give the rank to you because you beat the number 3 guy, but we will give you an opportunity to challenge them to a super match. So you know what I mean? That's how we're going to make the super matches, and they're going to be all based ranking based. So we got a lot of cool stuff.
Very cool.
Yeah. Because our biggest argument lately has been just the ranking systems. You go pull 2 brackets, you know what I mean? And you have 3-4 wars, and then all of a sudden you pull the second bracket and the guy's fresh and he beats you. Kudos to him, but is he really number 3 in the rankings? No, right? So what we want to do is in those situations, you beat him, but you don't get his rank, but you can challenge him. So and then if you beat him in a super match, you know what I mean? So
that was my idea.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we talked about it.
I'm just bugging you, Ryan.
Maybe. I think we all kind of came up with it. Yeah.
I gotta keep Brian on his toes, you guys. That's my job here. So no, Brian does a great job, and he comes up with a lot of these great ideas.
But there's always different ideas that come from different places. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
obviously, you know what I mean. So you guys always.
And I'm open. Yeah, and I'm like an open book, man. If you say something to me and it sounds really good and makes sense, I'm always going to consider it. That's the thing about this sport, right? There's so much room for just improvement and growth. And like I said, even some of the beefs with, different promotions and stuff, it's well, why, we're all in this together, right? Let's just promote each other and love each other. And if, I don't know. I
agree with you 100%, Brian. I couldn't agree with you more, my friend. I was just talking
tenfold.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Literally just talking about that before. Yep. Before we get ahead to that topic of events coming up, because I do want to promote a couple of events that are coming up. What do you guys got other than you said it's Armsgeddon or Armsgeddon?
Armsgeddon.
Yeah, that's good. And when is that happening again?
That's August 17th. In Montana. Yeah, Great Falls, Montana.
Okay.
Guy named Dion, I think Wilson is his last name. Yeah, he's doing it's actually his event. I helped organize and round up guys for the matches and everything, but he's putting on the event in Great Falls, Montana. So
gotcha.
Big shout out to him because he's doing good. He's doing good things. So and then we have an event for sure, July 20th.
Okay.
It's going to be posted soon. We're just working out the venue details. We might switch up the venue this time, but it's pretty much in stone. So, and our
dates are almost exactly the same. I'm the 27th and I'm the August 17th for our events.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, they do. They overlap. We can't help it, right? In North America, you're going to have overlapping or opposite weekends, and that's why you got to just go with the flow, right? You know what? I'll help promote your events. You know what? If you can give me a plug for my events, I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Without
a doubt. We're happy.
Always
happy to do that because that's how we all grow, right?
We help everyone. Yeah.
Just because I'm doing something differently doesn't mean it has to threaten your success in any
No.
way or form, and vice versa. We
No,
can
no.
complement
It's
each other's success.
insecurity issues. I think it's insecurity issues. Because
That's
if you're
exactly
putting on a
what
good,
it is.
if you're putting on a good event, what do you got to worry about? Right?
If you're worried about someone else, it's because there's something wrong with you.
I agree.
100%.
That's just psychology 101, buddy. Yeah.
That's 100%.
And I mean, if you
should
see
be worried
an event
about
happen too, it can inspire you to do better at your own event, right?
That's true too. Yeah, yeah.
How am I gonna? What could I take bad out of when I go to an event and I see how good it is? What could I take bad out of that? There are only good things by me looking at everything, be like, how beautiful and how great is this event? I can't wait for us to do something like this.
And I'm constantly learning. Every event I watch and I see something cool.
Oh man,
I don't have too much pride. I'm like, that's really fucking cool. Like, we need to bring that into our event if we can. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, you know, and I'll even contact them. Hey man, like, you know what? Great idea. I'm going to use it. Is that cool? You know, like whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, you know, it's not a big thing, right? Like I was telling, I don't know if it was on with you, Dan, but we talked about it. The platforms, like we have bases on our tables. We came out with this diamond plate, right? And I noticed right after we started using the diamond plate, all these other events started using the exact same thing, the same diamond plate, 2 pieces, and it works really good as bases. But I didn't get upset because people copied it. I was happy. I was like, right on. Like now, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to just be a piece of wood under a table. You know what I mean? That rocks. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like I actually recommend the diamond plate because I've never felt a more solid table in my life. Like it doesn't move at all.
Yeah, a Supermatch on it was good. Solid.
Yeah, it's solid. Yeah, well, I had it at the qualifier. That's where we first came up with it.
So what exactly is the diamond plate?
It's just like, you know, the shit on the back of your pickup or on your toolbox or whatever. Like it's like steel. It's like I guess it's
the sheet metal.
Sheet metal.
Like, that's got texture to it.
That's right.
That's got these like little hatch marks textures to it, and it
Exactly.
creates a really good grip on it.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking the spray-on liner type?
No. It's actually like quarter inch steel like plate, and it's got just like we call it diamond plate, but it's got like a grip on it, you could say, little notches all over it. It's like they make toolboxes on the back of trucks. Yeah, there we go, Dakota's.
Oh, I see that. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. And you don't use one piece. What you do is you cut 2 pieces, right? And you have a piece on each side of the table, but it bolts right into the bottom of the table. But it's and the weight of the competitor too stands on it on each side. Anyway, it just works great. Like,
dude, instead of your own thing, Ryan's diamond plates. Are you fucking kidding me? That is awesome.
Oh yeah,
what we do around here is we put them on wood, like a plywood. So this is their version of what we do with plywood.
I know we paint our shit black and everything like that. That we need to do what they're doing.
Exactly. We got the wish version of what they're doing.
Yeah, I promise you. You know what? It was night and day difference, and like once we went to it, like we have them forever now too. Like it was kind of expensive. It is kind of expensive, right? Like I think it cost us about $300 a table, but at the same time we have it forever. $20. We have it forever. Like
that's
exactly.
Like
$20.
That's what I'm saying. You're only spending the money once, and then you have it. That's it. You know, so it's not really. I don't think it's a very expensive. You know, you're doing it once, and that's it. You know, so
yeah.
If you think about it, you're gonna have that for at least 20, 30 years available to you.
You're never changing that fucking thing. That's on there. You're never changing. That's it. You know what I mean?
When
and if you really want to pick it up a little bit more, do a fucking spray-on liner at the fucking base of it. Are you kidding me? You know what I mean? And that'll even grip it even fucking. You know what I mean? You'll have literally sand.
You can put some rubber spray. You know that rubber coat shit?
Yeah.
Probably spray that on, and that'd give it extra grip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just 2 bolts, 1 bolt per side, bolts it in. That's it.
Yeah.
Usually the bottom of the table, so you'll have 4 bolt holes on not all tables, but like the WAF style tables, you got 4 holes in the bottom for the platforms already in the tables. So
nice.
We just use a big bolt, and it worked. I'm just telling you, and not only that because it's aluminum actually, it's not steel, it's aluminum. So the head of the bolt actually sinks in. You can have it sink into the aluminum flush, so it stays flat on the floor, right?
Nice.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, it's really good.
Like if with the wooden one, you have to replace that every 2 or 3 years. So you're going to be spending that much more money on that replacing the wood.
You supply
whereas it's a one-time fee that you got to pay for. So you're saving money in the long run.
Yeah, I think if you wanted to look at it, you watch the East versus West qualifier, the Calgary East versus West qualifier, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about with the bases. I mean, it's just great. Like, recommend it.
Better look too. I'm sure it's a much.
It's
better
nice.
Look.
It shines. It actually looks sharp. It's actually,
I'm sure
it looks really professional.
Nice. Well,
you got me. You got me thinking.
You guys got those 2 events coming up in July 20th and August. Wish you guys the best of luck with them. We're going to be talking about them again at some point, without a doubt. But for us locally here in the Northeast, we got the national championship, which I am gunning for. I'm going to be at the 176 weight class. I think that's 75 or 80 kg?
80 kg.
80 kg. So I'm gunning for that. I've been training my ass off, both right and left. I'm looking forward to taking it, talking about guys that are innovators that like to work together. Paul Lynn partnered up with James Reed and Simon Barachoa, and Nuway Combat. I think his name's Arson, I think his name is, who's in charge of that. These guys have partnered together to bring nationals to the Northeast. I've been in the sport for just under 4 years, and this is the first big time nationals we're going to be having here. I hope to see a big turnout. I know we're
going to be a big turnout.
We're stacked with tournaments left and right, though. So I don't know how big of a turnout, but I hope to see. The one thing I do like is that you have to be U.S. based to be entering in it. Which means that there's not going to be any Zazas, there's not going to be any Amadas, world champions trying to steal and snatch away the wins from us. New guys that are trying to make it big in the sport. I saw Dave Shubich is going to be there as well, so I look forward to seeing you. We'll get some after pull in. But I am looking forward to this tournament big time because I set out earlier this year to make a big statement in 176s. I was 154 last year, and I was just sustaining a lot of injuries and getting frustrated with people bailing on super matches 2 weeks before the match. So I'm just trying to make a name for myself back at this class.
Yeah,
and I don't want to be that light anymore. It's too much troubles to get to stay at that lightweight, man.
I think it must be hard, man. Yeah.
Oh man, staying at 154. I am living comfortably. I'm not concerned about eating. Literally, I hopped off the scale this morning. By the way, Steve, I'm bigger than that barbecue made me gain a lot of weight since I'm 176 flat right now. So I'm feeling beefy. But I'm looking forward to this tournament. 176 is my class, since the class I'm going to stay at. So shout out to James Reed, Paul Lynn, Simon Barachoa, all the guys that are going to be making this happen. Again, we got Paul Lynn highlighted on his face right there, that white orc face right there. Freaking monster.
Guy. He's a good guy, man. I like him.
He's one of the nicest dudes in the sport.
Great guy, man. Yeah. Great guy.
If you don't cheer for him, there's something wrong with you.
Yep. Yeah. And then
I go ape shit when he pulls.
You see his last match of the King of the Table?
Yeah, man. I was going nuts.
What killer.
Ran through him.
I was like, I told everyone.
Ran through him. Jesus.
I knew
see the size of his, not Paul's, but what's his name? The size of his fucking arm?
Lockwood's arm.
Shit.
Like a small child living in that thing.
But that's style, right? Like, I knew after Paul's match with Sasha, honestly, I didn't think that Lachlan would be able to stop that. Like, I just didn't.
No.
I mean, Sasha had such a hard time with it right up until, that pin where Paul had him and they waited 9 seconds to call it against Sasha, and I was freaking out. I was like, fucking pin. I was freaking. Anyway, that was it. I knew it because then Paul was fatigued a bit, and then Sasha finally got the upper hand. But that match, I think, was so close. But anyway, after that, I knew that Lachlan wasn't going to be able to contain that.
No, I want to pull. Sorry, Brian.
It's okay.
I want to pull with Paul now because I warmed Lachlan up at King of the Table 10 when I was there in Dubai. and he felt like iron. And I mean, like, he felt good. And Paul doing that was very impressive to me. So I really just want to get on a table with Paul here soon. So I'm excited to see that.
Right? Styles.
And he's a great teacher. Paul Lynn has taught me the core fundamentals of my style. To be honest, like a lot of what I know today in arm wrestling is from teachings I gained from him about 3 years ago. So I hats off to that man. He's a true living legend in the sport. His style, his strength, his power, and his connectivity, definitely an understanding of the body mechanics involved is unparalleled.
He doesn't hold anything back either. He'll teach you everything. He told us the whole deload. He told us the whole deload, man. Yeah, he told us on our podcast how to deload and what he does to a T, like right down to the each day. He'll share everything. So pretty cool guy, man.
And he's a lot bigger in person. He's a lot bigger in person.
Not in person, he looks big.
His fucking neck, dude. I mean, it's just like he's got like an extra fucking baby there on both sides. It's like fucking. I mean, he's and the difference, man. You don't even notice it because you're sitting there like watching the King of Tables. Like, he doesn't really look. He looks fucking huge in person.
Yeah,
right. He looks a lot bigger in person.
He's just solid and dense.
Yeah. And dude, the King of the Table, he didn't really look that big. I wasn't in. Then we had our podcast, remember, with him.
Yeah.
And he looked all right. He looked big. He looked good, dude. In fucking person,
nope.
Nope. Not even close.
Nope.
I couldn't put anybody next to him that he didn't look anything like anybody close to what he looked like. He
probably pumps. He probably pumps a bit and just goes like
that's what I'm saying. As soon as he gets that blood rushing through his body, I'm sure he gets pumped. Fucking, he's a solid muscle, man. He really is.
Yeah,
he really is.
He's just a monster.
Yeah.
So, just to let the viewers know, this tournament is taking place at Allentown, PA. All the information is on the flyer. If you just go ahead and take a QR code scan, take a scan with your phone or in the link in the chat, feel free to check it out. And just laughing at the color commentary we got from Dave Shubich in the chat. You guys can look at that later on. It's funny. But the next thing to look forward to is in July. There's 2 tournaments, one of which I don't have the link for. It's Pandemonium Tournament up in Massachusetts, Boston area. Yep. Ran by 2 new guys that have not ran a tournament as yet, but they've been traveling all around the Northeast, taking dudes' names and numbers. Aiden LeMay and Yusuf Wilson. Definitely check them out when you guys get a chance. Just look up their
man. Great guys, man. Aiden LeMay is a beast on the table. I don't know if you guys know Tim Lewis.
Yeah.
He beat Tim Lewis at our first tournament in a super match.
I after pulled both of them at Mac.
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Aiden's strong as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
His press and his hook, yeah, dude. He's very knowledgeable. And Yusuf, he's very tricky and he's very technical. He's really good. He's really good in the setup. He's a smart puller. He's a very smart puller. I'm sure if you ever want to, did you pull him, Dakota? Yusuf?
Yeah, I pulled both of them.
Okay. I'm sure you could see the difference in both of them, and Yusuf in general is very technical. You know what I mean? Not saying that Aiden isn't. He's a phenomenal puller. Just Yusuf with his, I want to say, manipulation and his trickiness and to get in there in the setup and being able to know exactly what he needs to do is top notch.
Yeah,
really
that's a game changer.
It's almost as good as me.
I would say, man, you did help me at the Vail tournament, so I'm not going to say you don't know what you're doing. I know you know what you're doing. I know that.
Yeah, I almost think the setups and everything is what levels you up. You get so strong.
No, it's all in the setup.
Because I mean, when you lose, you can almost feel it before the goal, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
if you're
8 times out of 10, you lose before the goal. So.
Yeah, you got to be explosive enough. People sometimes have the thing off where you can catch them and bring. Man,
why rely on
I almost think 70 to 80%. If you don't get them on the go, you're probably not going to win. You know what I mean?
Well, look at Dakota and Zach's match.
Yeah.
Whoever got the go won.
You mean Matt?
No. Oh, is it Matt? Oh, Zach. Yeah,
Yeah.
Matt. Yeah. Why do I think Zach Wild, the guitarist? I always screw up. Yeah.
You gotta watch my match with Pete Durning. You gotta watch my match with Pete Durning, guys. That's a good one where I didn't get him off the go, but I worked my way back.
Oh yeah,
Matt,
I remember that.
Well, that's a lot with Matt too, and that's his problem too. Is that Matt? He really has to catch a lot. He's not really that quick on the go. He's been getting quicker from what he's been telling me, and I've been seeing it too as well. John's been helping him with that all the time too. They're great guys too. They're phenomenal people. But in general, he has that have to catch you type thing, and he always has to crank you back, has to hold him on your bicep, and then it cranks you all the way back, and it's slow. But that's how he used to pull. You know what I mean? That's how that from what I see. And now he's getting people on the go. As soon as you get somebody on the go, it's hard for you to come back from Matt. It really is. It's nearly impossible to come back from Matt like that because he's got so much goddamn fucking strength. You know what I mean? So
well, tournaments
he's
you don't
strong.
want to be catching too much, right?
No,
tournament, you don't want any bangers. You want to end it quick so you have maximum, left in the tank, right? Next round, right? So
yeah.
I mean, I would consider myself for as aggressive as I can be at the table. A lot of my power does lie in my defensive styles and techniques. Like Miguel LeBlanc, he's got a lot of speed. He's from Canada. I don't know if you guys are
a young guy. Isn't that guy's just a young guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a pretty young guy, but he's got a lot of speed. And I was able to catch his speed, and then bring him right back over. But I would have
you pulled him in Ottawa. I seen that. Yeah. That was
a good match.
Yeah,
that was a fun match.
Yeah, I watched it. You looked good there. You looked really good there. Yeah,
dude, I still have a little bit of a sore spot about that tournament because of the guy who knocked me out to third place. He should have had no business knocking me out to third place. The guy started in such an unfair curled in wrist, and oh man. But it is what it is. I came home with a bison. That's all I care about. I came home with the bison. I went up.
That was a big tournament. Wasn't that 700 entries or something stupid?
Yeah.
The Ottawa Open.
Damn, 700 entries.
700 entries. Yeah. I'm not lying. That's serious. Yeah, we get some. We do get some big ones in Canada. Like we do. There is some big ones.
That's amazing, man.
700
Mayhem
at the Mall, I think, held the record. I think Mayhem at the Mall had the biggest one a few years back.
How many were there?
It was just under 1,000 entries altogether.
Holy shit!
Not competitors, but people doing
no entries in general. I'm saying that's just entries,
that's
but still, we're still talking about.
Yeah.
What 500 people? I want to say probably. That's still a lot of fucking people.
Well, it was in a mall, the biggest mall, one of the biggest malls I think in the world.
That's a lot of people. How many hours? How many tables?
We went to 1 a.m. or something that night. Yeah.
Too many.
Yeah, right.
I think we only ran 4 tables. Actually, I think it was only 4. And I think,
oh my god!
I think we should have ran. We should have ran
running 4 tables, 500. Oh my lord!
Yeah.
What time did you guys start?
12, around 12, and then that was a crazy one. That was the year a lot of people left because it was like literally the mall was shut down. The lights were going. It was like 12:30 in the morning or 1 a.m.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it was stupid. But they didn't know they didn't know there was going to be that many entries.
Shit,
that's insane.
That's phenomenal.
That's a good problem to have for the sport of arm wrestling and its growth, right?
Really good.
You guys want to see a fun match really quick? I'll have to show you like the sketchway on my Mac, but I'll show you guys quick. This is my super match before Matt.
Okay.
For Matt?
I'll just show you one round, yeah. Can you see it like that? It's going to be backwards, I guess.
I could see it.
Hang on, I'm going to make you the big screen.
Yeah.
This is right-handed. It's just reverse. But
you caught him.
Though. He caught his hit.
Caught him.
Yeah, he caught his hit. Pete's all speed. He's all hit. But Dakota's doing really good.
Yeah, cranking him back.
Oh, man, that was tough.
Yeah.
He's been pulling 25 years, too. He's actually a really good puller. So Dakota did really good.
Yeah. Look at you. You're barely hanging on to the peg, putting all that weight in, huh?
Yeah.
Barely. Look at that. Oh, man.
Oh, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Out of 5? Was that out of 5?
That was out of 5, yeah. So I won 3-1.
Okay. How was the battle though? What was it like? One you or two you, one him, and then you won, or
It
how
was one me, and then he won the second one. What actually happened was he got that same hit, and instead of keeping my pronation, I tried to dig in and supinate, and I went too far and gave him his hook. And then round 3, let's see if I might actually have it quick.
You did pull him left too, though, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So
his left's different though.
His left is
It's
he's the unlimited champion in BC left-handed.
Yeah. Okay, so he's a monster with his left hand. Then.
Yeah. He's a monster.
His
He's actually good with his right too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you put him with his left, what was the difference? Did he 3-0 you on left?
Oh, that was so I agreed both arms because I wanted to get him out. But yeah, he beat me 3-0 left. His left is very strong. Biggest difference was his hand. Like his hand, he's noticeably different.
His strength in the hand, he had.
Yeah. So I beat him the first round, and then he beat me the second round, and then this was round 3 is what I'll show you. He actually tried to shoot in for a hook, and it didn't really work for him. This one is much faster.
Before.
Make it big, Dan. Let me see it.
You got it. I'll hit play.
Hit play.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You didn't even have a chance.
No. So, and that's that outside of straps too. Like I really enjoy pulling in the straps, but against people my level, I just noticed that I can make them work outside of straps just with my hand. I don't know what it is.
So you think you pull better outside the strap then?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna have to say yeah, because if you look at me pulling Matt outside of straps, like in all honesty, it wasn't even close outside of straps.
Well, your hand's really good, Dakota. So outside of straps, I mean, yeah, I think you are a little better too.
And I'm not taking anything away from Matt because I know how much of a beast he is, but I would love to pull him on a traditional table where we start outside of straps every round, and he doesn't have all that room to get in front of his arm.
You'd be able to get in his fingers a lot more, right?
I think it would be really fun. I think it would be
Did
really
you
fun.
after pull him?
Yeah, and it was close.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you pin him?
At the after pull? We didn't really pin. We were just working in the center.
Just working in the center?
Yeah.
I was gonna say because I didn't get to see you pull after pull with him. I've seen you got your match and everything else, which was great. You know what I mean? But I'd like to see you guys because it was a great match, man. You guys had a great match.
I would love to pull him on a 7x7, like not WAF, not like strict WAF rules, but like
no. We don't have to do straight. We can do regular table WAF rules out of 5 and everything else, but ready goes. No MAC rules.
Yeah.
Well, you just helped me out.
Be a good one.
I feel like I got to lift weights while we talk now. He got me all thinking about pulling. So,
dude, I've been working my resistance band under the table.
Well, I got my pronator handle.
But that's also
nice.
That's also a match that I think is good for Matt and I. Maybe not right now, but a little in the near future, because I think that also will show our progression, and I think we both have super matches lined up. I know, and I think that's a match that if we keep doing really well, we can really get some like viewing behind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd like to get you guys do a little USA versus Canada thing.
That'd be cool. We
That
like
that. Amazing thing. You count me in. If you guys got a 176 guy, I'm in it.
Oh, we got lots.
We're talking about doing redoing North versus South.
Yeah,
so,
man.
Somebody else did it here and screwed it up pretty bad. So we want to redo it
and everything like that. I'm all about venues and making everything look. You know what I mean? So
I think Niagara Falls is a perfect setting, to be honest.
Well, you know what? I actually was talking because pretty sure we got the qualifier locked in again this year for East versus West, and I was talking to Paul and James about doing it like I'll travel and organize it in Niagara Falls, and that way it can be like for everybody, like because our qualifiers are for North America, so like anybody can come, right? So Niagara Falls is so good because most of Canada can get there, and a lot of the pullers in the States can get there, right? So, but I'm talking Niagara Falls, Canada. But Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
we'll do the East versus West qualifier in Niagara Falls, Canada, but we'll do North versus South in Niagara Falls, New York.
Yeah. Why not?
We're going to be under WAF rules anyways because we already moved from IFA to WAF, so we're doing WAF route now. So
it's going the WAF route anyway. So well, kind of.
I like talking with you guys too because you're from that side, and now that I've been over there, like there's a lot of fun matchups that I could see happening.
Oh yeah. We got a big group of guys.
Yeah, no, it's good. No, because there's like 4 or 5 guys from over there that I want to like pull.
Is it too controversial to talk about your opinion on the whole IFA WAF thing? Like what you guys think about it?
The controversy.
Well, it's just like you just see it all. Like I guess I'm
see it. You know what?
Because
I'm indifferent. To be honest with you, I'm kind of indifferent to it all. Because it doesn't serve me anything at this point in time in my arm wrestling career to even mention anything towards it.
I know what you mean.
I really don't. And I gotta say, my platform has been created off of positivity and promoting as much positivity, regardless of negative, which is actually a good segue into the next topic that I wanted to bring up. You know, regardless of negative, regardless of there being chasms in the sport, the dividing sport as it grows, that's to be expected. I still want to see everybody succeed, even if they don't like me. You know, I don't maybe see eye to eye with them. That's okay. I want to see them succeed and grow. And I also do want to see a partner of mine, a friend of mine, grow as well. He is a part of having this great Supermatch series up here in New York. He's got 20 some odd matches as well. And he's got a whole bunch of Long Islanders that are local to me that I've trained with at one point or another in my arm wrestling career. That I look forward to them showing what Long Island's all about, because Long Island, you know, we've been asleep for a while. But, you know, I feel like, you know, we're starting to wake up some monsters in every weight class, in every capacity. And I'll let you take it away and tell us about this Supermatch event, Steve.
Yeah, man. New York Smoke Supermatch series. Oh, man, it's going to be great. We have all types of weight classes, all guys from all over. It's really from the Tristate area where we're trying to really get in here. So for everybody that's going to be from New York, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, New Jersey, Connecticut, anybody that's going to be close to us, you know, and we want to highlight everybody that's going to be, you know, the top-notch pullers. All these guys, you know, Matt Wilds, Dakota, he's got his actual match that's going on too as well with Perusa. Perusa is an absolute monster from Long Island. You've pulled Perusa, Dan. He's gotten better. He's gotten faster. Matt Wild he's wild, man. He's a fucking monster. I can't wait. That's gonna be one of my favorite matches. Another match.
That match specifically, it's both arms, right?
Yeah, I think almost all of them are both arms. So the majority of them are both arms, which is I love.
So you know I'm because it's so close in timing, I'm going to give you my guesstimates. I think Matt's going to catch him right-handed, and Perusa is going to catch him left-handed.
That's what I was kind of thinking, but I don't, dude. I'm going to tell you right now, Matt's strong as fuck, dude. And look, and I'm not throwing nothing against Perusa. He's really strong. He's really fast too, and he's gotten faster from what I've seen too, even our last tournament. So I really don't know. You know what I mean? But I see Matt every single fucking tournament, and that kid gets better and better and better, you know. So, and I don't see Perusa as much, but I did see him, you know, gain, and has been getting a lot faster too. One of my favorite though matches is going to be Nicobots versus Michaels. That match is going to be for Nicobots there with you. Do you remember Dakota? Nicobots that was there, the Georgianian kid.
Oh yeah, the young kid.
Yeah, he was I think the lightest one out of everybody there, but he was at the MAC tournament, you know, doing one of his super matches here at High Five and anywhere around. That kid everybody knows him. He's one of the fastest around, you know, speed kills. You know what I mean? So not only that, but he does have some ridiculous amount of strength. But Michaels, Michaels is nobody to fuck with. You know what I mean? So this is going to be a match to. You guys can look these guys up. They're phenomenal, man. They really are. We have Bardo, same guy that was Keystones.
If Michaels is awake, I'm gonna say David is in trouble.
Yeah, man.
He's in trouble.
He's
in serious trouble.
What I'm saying, man. That's Supermatch.
Because I pulled both those guys, and after pull with Michaels, but practice pulled with David. David's speed is greater than even Miguel's speed. And he's got some power behind it, and he's got this double pump that he does that's relentless. But the static strength and power, the static strength and power of Michaels might be just too much for him. I don't know.
I think so too. If Michaels is there that night, which he usually is, it's going to be too much power for Nicobots. The thing is, if Nicobots gets that double pump on you, man, like you said, because he's usually just flashes you. If you get there first, he tries to get that double pump on you. You try to catch him, but that second pump is strong as fuck. That kid is very strong too. That Georgianian blood still runs fucking through him. You know what I mean? So you know how those Georgianians are, man. They're all big monsters, fast as hell. So, but those are going to be.
What weight class is it?
Like
154, it sounds like.
Yeah. No.
165. Isn't it 165s?
Yeah, I think it's going to be around there.
Okay.
Yeah. There's not really a world weight cap. We just kind of asked them to see what they're at. You know what I mean? But
are you gonna stream it?
Say again.
Are you gonna try to stream it?
Yeah, it's gonna be streamed. Yep, absolutely. It's gonna be streamed. Yeah.
Awesome. Definitely take a screenshot of this QR code, because that'll bring you to all the information you need to watch it live.
Oh, okay. I'll take a picture of it.
Yeah, we're having it at the Marriott Courtyard Hotel. You can come and sit down and enjoy yourself, have some free food, watch the super matches. It's going to be free food, and great matches, great environment. I can't wait, man. We have a lot. We have Doble there too versus Gulo. I love Doble, man. He's explosive. He's so good, and he's gonna have his hands full with Gulo. I can't fucking wait. And Wilson, we were just talking about Yusuf Wilson. Very tricky, very good up in the setup, very fast, and he's going up against Woods. Let me tell you something, man. Last time Woods, every single one of my fucking tournaments, I think he won first place. He has a tremendous amount of power. But yeah, it's like one after one. Vert versus Cavallo. Or Caviolo. I don't want to butcher your last name, but Mark is a monster.
I don't know anything about Caviolo, but I could speak. I could speak about Vert though. Vert, he was my coach. He's the guy who got me into the sport. He came to my house with a table that was this like homemade table with alligator leather skin on it. With it was like these legs that were welded to like the thing, so it literally looked like this like weird poker style table turned into an arm wrestling table. And he showed me the ropes, and he was my very first introduction to the sport and taught me everything I know. That the core fundamentals of what I know, and I think if he shows up and is awake, I don't care who he's up against, they're in trouble.
Yeah, man. Vert in general. I actually shout out to Vert because he did a phenomenal job doing this flyer and everything like that. He's the one that put it together. Shout out to you, Vert. Love you, dude. Thank you so much. And dude, I seen Mark pull at Nuway last year. The guys that he was going up against, like Roger learned. Okay. And a couple other guys that he was given a fight to. Roger. Roger's a fucking monster. He's a beast. Mm-hmm. I mean, he can pull you down with anything. His hook is unreal. It's unmatched sometimes. But in general, I think it's going to be a hell of a match, man. Because if he's pulling against Vert, and I seen Vert at the Vail tournament, that's going to be a hell of a match, man. I can't wait. They both
very technical.
They both have their hands.
He's strong, but he's also very technical.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Dave Shubich, he's calling me out here. But yeah, Ray Romanowski will be reffing his own match. No, we have somebody else. Ron's going to be there. He's going to be helping us out too as a ref as well. Chuck's will be helping us out. We have a couple of guys going to be helping us out, reffing and everything else. But yeah, Romanowski's actually has his hands full too. He's one of our matches too, man. So I think he's going up against Reed. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's going up against Reed. And all right, Reed. Yep, Romanowski and Reed. Reed, same thing, man. He's an absolute beast. He's from I want to say, is he from Mass? I think Reed is.
I don't know.
I think he's from, but he's got that whole crew. Same thing up there. Reed is an absolute monster. I think he won at our New York Arm Wars tournament, and Ray pulled at the Battle of the Tri-State too as well. Both of them are monster, man. They're both about 198. I mean, that's going to be a hell of a class too. So they got both their hands full. You pulled Ray.
Yeah, Ray's a monster. Ray's an absolute beast.
Yeah,
and he's got much more technical since the last time I pulled him before that. So
he's got a lot more technical. It's not just strength anymore, man. He's got a lot. He figures out what he needs to do, and he goes and does it. You know what I mean?
It's like targeted strength. He's going to be a force to reckon with at the 198s without a doubt. In general,
yeah.
Look out 198s in general because he's coming.
Yeah, definitely. That's going to be a good match. I can't wait, man. But yeah, that's going to be great. And then we have our other tournament that's coming up in August 17th. Same thing when you guys are having yours. You know what I mean? So definitely send me your information for yours so I can shout it out there so everybody can see yours on the same day. And we're having ours. It's going to be King of the Tri-State, which it's going to be big, man. It's going to be great. It's going to be at the Belfield Hotel, beautiful, high-end, gorgeous hotel. It's going to be inside and outside. So you're going to be able to pull, do whatever, see through.
You better believe I'm going to be there. That one, I promise you, because I have the August 3rd match, and that's a perfect 2 weeks afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So I will be fresh as a daisy for that tournament, and you're gonna get it all.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice, man. It's gonna be a really nice place. You know how we like to do it, Dan. You know what I mean? Every single place that we get, it's gonna be a nice hotel, high end. You got to give these guys the feeling of what they want, which is the professionalism. They want to get to that level. The only way that you're going to get to that level is to make yourself feel like you're going to be into that, situation where you're going to have all those people around you looking at you in this really nice place. That's where you want to get. That's why we're moving out actually to WAF rules too, because we were doing IFA, but at the same time, you can never get there going with those rules. And I hate to say it, but everything that's East versus West is WAF. So it is what it is, but that's just the way it's got to be. So
that's good to have a standard, right?
Yeah.
Helps
everyone have one than none, but
I mean, if you got 5 different rule sets and 5, it gets kind of tough in a way.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. It gets annoying. It's hard to follow, hard to watch, hard to keep up with what's happening for the audience, for the pullers.
Boring.
Yeah, it can make it confusing. Yeah, it can make it confusing, and that's another thing too. The one thing I did like about the MAC lead that Ian was doing is it kind of took away from like the refs being such a part of it, right?
It was nice.
It gets tough. Elbow foul, constant. And like I understand if you do a bad elbow foul, it's a foul, right? But if it's a tiny little hop and there's nothing gained, I don't know. I let that shit slide.
It's got its place. I feel like at world level, if you're going for
world,
I can see that. But I mean, if you're looking for entertainment value, it really just degrades the experience heavily.
You want to see matches too, right? We love watching bangers. Right?
I agree with Zach 100%. Especially if you're going to be in a tournament setting. If you're hopping or some stupid shit like that, if you're moving a little bit, just let it go.
Let it go.
We're talking about something in a high end East versus West level. King of the Table, or
your
Arm Wars or anything like that. Yeah, if you're anything that shouldn't go on, shouldn't go on. Plain and simple, because you're at the highest level. You got to make sure that everything is going the way it should go. But I agree with you 100%, Zach. If you're at a tournament, you're taking it away from everything else and the hype and almost I don't want to say the anxiety, but it's almost to that level that you want to compete. So you're just foul. It gets almost to like, I just want to get on the fucking table, rip his arm off. You know what I mean? Just let me do that. You know what I mean? So it's like, you want
the worst is losing the fouls. The worst is losing the fouls.
Oh man.
Oh. I've only lost, I think, 3 matches in my entire arm wrestling career so far to fouls, and each one of them I felt the sting of it, because it's like I could definitely could have won that match had I not, if I just kept my elbow far enough down, or wait, that was a foul,
Fouls can be used to your favor too. Like up until about 6 months ago, I never had a foul. I've had 3 fouls in my arm wrestling career, and it's only because I'm becoming more technical and knowing sometimes it's good to foul. You can get the restart, get a bet. If you miss the go, and you can get a restart. Sometimes that's a professional foul, right?
You have to know the what's called
true.
The setting, right? The setting and the rule sets.
No, you got to know the rule set too. Yeah, you have to. Yeah, you study the rules.
I wouldn't encourage it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, intentional fouls sometimes are a loss, depending.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Depending on the rule set. If you're going to pop up like that and they see it and they want to call it a loss because you're popping your elbow, then you can't really. But
I mean, table IQ. I mean, at a top level, it is knowing the rules. It is knowing and actually using the rules and using them to your favor. Sometimes that's the difference between a win and a loss. If 2 guys are pretty even,
very true. That's very true.
Table IQ comes into play, right? Like,
yeah. A lot of the guys do that. At the highest level, they all do that. They all pull off the table.
Yeah.
Georgie lives by that. You know that?
Georgie, I'm not saying it's always the best thing, but
No, but I'm just saying he lives by that. Instead of letting himself lose, he'll literally try to pull some back pressure and pull his elbow off the table. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I could see that at the highest level. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look at Devin. Devin knows he uses the rules all the time, right? He studies them.
He studies them like a master tactician.
That's right.
He is.
Yeah, that's why we have rules too, right? So,
that's why it's sports like chess, not checkers.
That's right. It is more like chess. It really is. Yeah.
Oh, gentlemen, it has been fun. It has been real, and it also has been real fun to me. I think we're approaching an hour and a half screen time. Do you guys have anything else you want to bring to the table? You want to announce something coming up, something big? I know we highlighted some of the matches.
I'm going to announce that all 3 of you guys are definitely, we're going to set something up, a USA versus Canada. I can see something in the future doing something great. We'll set up a great venue somewhere where we'll both agree on to see if we could talk about, you know what I mean? And I could just see something really good happening.
Oh, me too, man, for sure. Talk to Brian. He's my PR guy, so
I like that.
Talk to all you guys. I'll always shout out a little bit here and there, see what you guys are looking for, and what weight and what type. Especially you, Dakota. I'm going to definitely be talking to you a lot because I just like you in general. Because last time we met, the way you pull, and you already got a couple people in mind that you want to pull from here. So I want to hear what you got to say.
All right, sounds good, man. One thing I wanted to bring up, guys, is just because I've done like 4 or 5 podcasts with Chan Shaw, and then I am going to Florida in 2 days. He is doing that Challenger Series out there, and he has a bunch of great matches going on. And so I just want to remind people of that. Main event is Matt Mask and Brad Grundy. It's going to be super exciting. It's right arm this time instead of left arm. James English and Auden Lorad are pulling. And then they recently added Derek Smith and Travis Bajan's return left arm.
Yeah.
So those are all fire matches. Those are going to be insane.
I can't wait for Travis Bajan, man. I can't wait. I just got in about a month, I'm getting my side pressure machine. So the same one that he got.
I just ordered one.
I'm getting it from Tom.
I just ordered one.
He's literally specifically making the table, so I can't fucking wait, man. Oh my god,
that's exciting, man.
I bought the machine, but I have to build it into my table myself. It was cheaper that way. So
see, look, I'm not more to building my own thing. And he goes, "Hey, I could send you the parts you could build." And I was like, "That's not gonna happen." I was like, "You got to build it.
I'm not that
go out there with a fucking SUV. I'll pick it up and we'll bring it to my house." You know, but he's actually coming to the Supermatch on July 27th, so he's actually going to drop it off right at my store.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, blessing. That was like a blessing in disguise.
You know what? All the top guys are using that side pressure machine, man.
I know, man.
Sergey Kalashchenko, I just seen him the other day, so I contacted him. Yep. He gave me a guy right away, and I'm ordered it up, so it's coming.
You're gonna have to send me what that looks like, because I've been doing a lot more side pressure lately, because I'm not too familiar with that one.
I'm telling you, man, side pressure will
everything
kill anything. Side pressure will kill anything. You have.
I think so. You know what? Back pressure only gets you so far. You need side pressure to finish, right? So, you know,
side pressure, it, my man. You said it, literally.
Yeah. I am in full agreement, because I mean, my back pressure was next level, but by itself was just not enough to take out some dudes, and it definitely created a lot of holes in my game. But then once I started adding side pressure to it,
takes out the wars.
It just changed everything for me.
Yeah, and you got to condition those elbows. I mean, you got side pressure. The more you can do, especially if you had that table all day, like Travis, he just sits there. I mean, I'm doing shit all day.
And if you're holding and holding and holding, that static hold is fucking ridiculous. You're gonna gas everybody out. You're just gonna gas them out, and slowly you're gonna bring them down. So it's just.
Yeah. Well, that's why I want to get it, so I have time for my big super match in August. So, Chuck Young, you better be ready, buddy.
Yeah. I know you got before I actually leave. I don't want to go backtrack too much, but on the New York Smoke Super Series match, we got Fred Goki, who's the representative of the ISO hit, which is a spring that it's not like the other springs that are out there. This one is only meant to isolate your hit. It's you're not meant to pin it per se. Don't get me wrong. I've tried pinning it, and a lot of guys have tried pinning this. And I could pin it, and they just get shy, like about 2 inches from the pad. But when it comes to working the hit and conditioning your hit, it's next level and transform. So you better believe that thing is going to get a lot of work in the next week or two.
Is it like a saving hand? I bought a saving hand. I bought one.
It's like a more compact version of the Sabin hand, I would say. Okay. And it has a telescoping head, so that way you can make it as tall or
you can change the length. Okay, that's good.
You can change the height of it, so in that way, like it
long lever,
opponent's height. Yep.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good match, man. Goki versus Bardo. That's gonna be a good one. Bardo's going in hard too. He's going in hard. He's been in the gym. He's been hitting it hard. And then I seen him. He was looking swole at Keystone. He looked good. He looked nice and thick, and he looked big. So, and I told him, and he goes, "Yeah, man." He goes, "I've been putting in this work. Then I like it." So it's gonna be a good match, man.
Yeah, well, definitely.
One last.
I'm looking forward to all things arm wrestling this summer.
Yeah, me too. One last thing, Steve. Actually, Zach, if you get a chance to see any of his stuff, check him out on YouTube. He's a beast too. So
Steve is.
If you got some little guys down there, I put my money on Zach all day against most of them. So,
oh yeah. So what are you weighing again? 150.
Like 150.
150 around there.
But I'm not too picky about weight.
No, he pulls up all the time.
What will you go up to?
Under 200.
176. He pulls 176s.
Yeah, I'd say 170. Your 176 guys would be Zach is right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just don't overshadow him, because I know for a fact
I got a 176.
He's a killer. Yeah.
I got a 176er.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I was thinking that would be a good match.
If you're hungry enough. You're hungry enough.
Yeah. I didn't think I had to say anything. I thought.
Hey man, I like a challenge,
guys.
I'll do a food sponsor for you, Zach, so you can gain some.
And look, the good thing about it too is that, you know what I like about you too, Zach, is that you said I'll pull 200s too. Dan does too. Dan also pulls 200s too. You know what I mean? So I have a good idea, man. I already see a couple things brewing. I already see What are you weighing? Super heavy, Brian?
Oh yeah, I can't lose weight. My dream is to get to 242 one day, but you know what? I'm a super forever. I'm big.
Oh, I know. I got somebody for you. What are you around?
Right now I'm only 12th in Alberta, but I think I'm in the top 10. I just haven't been pulling much. So
okay.
Yeah.
I got a couple of guys, man. But yeah, Dakota. Who's on your mind? Who do you have from over here? Who are you thinking?
Well, obviously, I wanted to crack at Matt one day. Who is that guy that they were talking about in the comments that David was talking about? I got to look into him a little more.
Bo Horner.
Oh, yeah. Bo Horner. Yeah, he's a beast.
What I think his name's Ivan
Marrero.
Yeah,
that's my partner.
Is it?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I like to pull Ivan. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, you like to pull Ivan?
Yeah.
He was at the last tournament at the back.
Yeah, he pulled Peter Brana. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a fun match. It was good. Yeah.
So he came in. I'm not trying to take anything away from Peter. Peter did a phenomenal job. He came in with the tweaked wrist. He did a 95, 100-pound Devin Larratt lift. It was about maybe 4 or 5 days before it happened. So he posted it.
That's silly.
And then afterwards, he calls me. We're hanging out. And he does one of these. And I was like, what's the matter? He goes, I fucked my wrist. So I was like, seriously, bro? I was like, right before the match. The worst thing about it, honestly, was that everybody afterwards was like, work on that wrist, man. Work on that.
Yeah,
Let me tell you something.
Damn it.
Let me tell you something. He's never, ever had anything, ever. Nobody ever took his wrist. That kid is built like a fucking beast. So he was literally holding him because he was already fucked. And I knew what happened. And he didn't want to say anything about it. And I was like, I don't want you. I was like, and we went to cryo right before too. Went to cryo, did everything on his wrist and everything else. I told you about this, Dan. You remember we were talking about days before. And look, it happens, man. I'm sure he's going to learn from his mistake, not do anything like that again, or any kind of Devin Larratt lift or anything like that for a week prior to any kind of. You know what I mean?
We all make those mistakes, so.
I can speak to his wrist strength, by the way, because when I was up at
how does he feel on the table when we were at New York Arm Wars, Dan?
Yeah, New York Arm Wars. That's what it was. His wrist felt like fucking iron. I couldn't do nothing to it, and I have a pretty strong wrist. Pretty strong.
I know you have
very strong.
I know you have a strong wrist.
And you know, very few people can actually. They usually have to go through my arm before they pop my wrist. He was popping my wrist. He was flattening me out.
Yeah.
I have a weak wrist. I'm just a presser. Flopper.
You're a flopper?
Yeah. Tell everyone over there I'm a flopper.
Yeah, man. But I didn't even I was kind of blown away the way the match went with Ivan and Peter. You know what I mean? But we had something, we were already thinking about it. We were already thinking about it. I mean, before it even happened, he was talking about it with his wrist, and I knew it was going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Peter was
anyways, there's lots of people out there, man, and we'll figure something out, but we'll have to stay in talks. But
yeah. He's still healing up. I know he just hurt his wrist when we were just at Keystone. I told him, don't pull right, just pull left, which is pull left, at the tournament. But then after pulls, he started pulling right, and he goes, I feel good. I feel fine. And then and he went up to me and he goes, I fucked my wrist up in after pulls. So I think he's going to be out for a little bit. You know what I mean?
Oh, no worries. Yeah.
See how
good recovery.
But that would be a good matchup. That'd be a really good matchup.
Some guys pull too hard in after pulls. I think after pulls is about feeling it, but I don't do too much in after pulls. I do. I don't give it.
Oh, sorry, Brian.
I'm not familiar with
Dakota Shipton versus David Seaton.
Seaton, that could be a good matchup. David Seaton. I don't know enough about Cam. Let me schedule your year for you.
Dakota's a hook killer.
You have a US-based manager here.
David, why don't you do me a favor and just message me permanently, and just throw some matches at me whenever you're thinking about something. Yeah, I got Dakota.
You don't want that kind of open invitation from David. He's gonna be spamming your shit, yo.
But no, I appreciate the offers, guys, and it's awesome, and we'll keep in touch. Like, I got a lot of things I need to work on personally, like just with the arm wrestling in general. Like, I'm getting to that point where I can pull these guys, but at the same time, I probably do need to get a little stronger. So it's a work in progress for me, but it'll be fun to get a bit of these matches set up at the same time and go from there. So
nice.
Yeah.
I definitely we definitely could do something in the future.
Oh yeah,
Canada versus USA. Definitely have to do something like that. I like to take a ride. I haven't been to Canada in a while, and I love Canada, so it'd be nice to actually get a nice hotel out there for a few days.
Well, we can talk now, right? Like, if I'm looking for guys down there, I can always shoot you a DM and just say, "Listen, does anybody feel like pulling?"
Any guys, anything you need, let me know what the weight classes and everything. I have the top.
Yeah. You can do the same with me because I know all the pullers in Alberta. Like,
oh man,
I know their strengths, their weaknesses. I know everything.
Yeah. And from a lot of states too, man. I sponsor a lot of different guys, like Paul Cruz and Wayne Withers from Mississippi, like Steve Walker from New Jersey. Dan, Steve, he's a fucking absolute monster.
He's an absolute monster.
So anything you need, man, for any kind of weight class, I have so many guys, man, that are always reaching out and trying to do some super matches or tournaments when we're throwing them and everything. So
fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, that's sweet. We all got a statement to make in Montana first, I think. I know me especially, I got a big chip on my shoulder right now, and I got to get a win going. So I'm super excited for that.
I think
I do have to head out, guys. I hate to be that guy, but it is 9:07 here. So I just want to say thanks for having me on. And
thank you for being on, man. I appreciate you coming and joining us.
Yeah, no problem. And we'll definitely keep in touch, guys. And then Brian and Zach, I'll see you for the next pod, and then we'll stay in touch, guys. All right?
I'll see you, man.
Yeah, we got to kick it again after your event. How about that?
Sounds good, guys. Take care, hey?
Take care.
Yeah, definitely. You guys should definitely make it back here after your event.
Oh, for sure.
Give us a good recap on how all the super matches went.
Yeah,
and we can talk about our events that we've.
Yeah, we should do that. Yeah, maybe like after your guys' event, you guys can hop on ours, and then
100%.
We just go back and forth, and we can just cross.
Yeah, that sounds great, man.
Yeah, no, that'd be awesome. And it would get us more familiar with more of the pullers. Like, I kind of know a lot of the pullers down there because I'm watching all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I would really like for you guys to get to know our pullers.
Right? Yeah, to tell you the truth, I was just thinking the same thing. I would love to know a lot of more pullers over there, man.
We have a lot of talent, man, and it's just, you know what? We haven't had a solid promotion to really, like, they compete all the time, but nothing's been solid. It's like an event here, an event there. You don't really hear of anybody. But this is why I wanted to do the podcast, and Zach and me. Like, at first, me and Zach started it. And our goal was really to just try to build the biggest platform we can for our guys. And I'm really passionate about it. I know they're awesome. And it'd just be great.
Yeah, man. Love to help you guys help us out and build something together, man. Absolutely.
For sure.
That's what this podcast's all about, man. Collaborate and pull together.
Yeah.
In the most literal of senses in our world.
I love it, buddy.
I like it, man. I like it.
Yeah. So. Well, it was nice meeting you, Steve.
Man. Pleasure to meet you, man. Absolutely. Yeah. We're definitely got to do some business together, do some Canada versus USA. And
definitely, brother.
Yeah, get back on the podcast after you guys are done with all your super matches and tournaments and whatever we need to do. But yeah, absolutely, man. Zach, it was a pleasure too, man, to meet you. I got to get you a match with somebody.
Well, I got a few matches out there that you can see. Yeah. I can always send you stuff too if you need to see it.
Yeah, definitely, man. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, no, thank you. And
Dan, should have you guys on.
Yeah. I don't know how to end this one on this program, but
you just exit out. That's all you gotta do.
Okay. Well, wicked. Well, stay strong, guys.
You too, man.
Okay.
Peace out, guys.
I'll see you, man. Later, Zach. Take care, bud.
You guys too.
Take care. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate it, everybody. Stay tuned for the next one.